Today, we're going to be talking with my buddy Steve, actually. We were actually part of the same course together when we first both got into online business.
So I just come out of university. I was like unsure of what I wanted to do. And I thought, I just want something that gives me freedom to be able to travel and, just like earn money whilst being able to travel the world. So I looked into different things online. I ended up going to London and just like joining the rat race. And I was working in London. And then I got wind of this online course that I ended up joining it, which it was quite a lot of money. The course was all right. I wouldn't say it was anywhere near as complete as your course, and then went to Thailand, and then obviously met you in Thailand. But that for me, that was when things changed, because like you boys were living the dream. So when I met you guys, I was like, shit, this is real now. I need to work hard at this. I need to focus, because I was always like dipping my toe in and like not fully committing. The most value I got from the course was meeting you. And it was like, oh shit, Dylan's doing all these things that aren't in the course. I'm just going to do what Dylan's doing. It didn't happen overnight. Like it was a lot of work and stuff. It was, I was working long hours in this role in London. In my free time, I was trying to grow this business. And then after a few years, finally got it to like take off to the point where I thought, right, I can probably leave my job now. Ended up leaving my job and then moving to Poland to live with you. So that was like the big leap. I guess that was the turning point, really. That's when just things quadrupled for me. Like my business took off, and it was just like ultimately being in that same environment with someone who is doing it as well. Like you and me had some wicked times, didn't we? Like masterminding together.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So I can talk loads more about that for sure, which I'm definitely keen to. But just to quickly finish the story. So since then, I've basically just been traveling the world, like whilst growing my business. So after Poland, I moved to Colombia. I spent a few months there. Since then, I've been in the UK. But no, it's been really cool, man, because like all my friends who had been traveling, they'd gone traveling and then they'd come back, and like it was like a gap for them. It was like, right, I'm going to travel for a year and then live my life. I was like, I don't just like put my life on pause. So the past few years that I've been traveling, my business has just grown and grown and grown. So it's been amazing to like have those experiences whilst also developing my career and myself as a business owner. Joining the course itself was like a huge decision for me. And like, it sounds silly, but because I'd already had all these failures before, where like this affiliate marketing, I tried like SEO stuff, because I already had those failures before. I was like so emotionally tormented by it. I was like, I can't take another failure, but I really want this to succeed. This course it launched, it wasn't like evergreen. I think it went online for like 3 days or something.
Yeah, I think it was it even one day, like 24 hours?
Day, yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was actually.
24 hours.
Like a few hours, yeah. So I was like, right, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and got my phone out and I got my credit card out. And I bought this course on my phone. For me, it was like such a big decision. It was such like this like emotional thing to like purchase this course. Because for me, it was like, right, this is the most money I've ever spent probably on anything. I was like, so now I've committed. I'm like, I've got to do it. I've got to follow through. So after that, it was super exciting to get into this course and like start building a business. But it certainly wasn't easy or quick, because I'd had all these failures. I was like being a bit careful and a bit cautious. I wasn't throwing myself all in because I was like, I don't want to commit loads of time to something that might not work, which now my mindset has completely changed. It's like, you've got to go after the things you want. And because I've learned now that like, if you commit, you're more likely to get it than if you don't. But at the time I was just like, I don't know, I was in a weird headspace. And I followed the course. It was like, right, choose a business idea, build a website, find your team, the usual kind of stuff, go out and try and get clients. I got my first sale and I couldn't believe it. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like the next day I was at work and my phone started ringing. It was a London number. And I was like, I think that might be one of the leads that I emailed. And I let it go to voicemail, and I listened to voicemail, and it was this dude. He was like, hey, I got your email, really keen to chat. And I was like, oh my God, like this is real. Like people are actually interested. And I was like really nervous. I was like shaking, like, hello. And and it was just so funny. Like it was just such a buzz. And like that, I didn't close that sale, but that was proof of concept for me. It was like, okay, this is work, like this can work. So I just kept doing it, kept sending emails. And then eventually, I got a company to say, yeah, we want to pay you.
You did like $290,000 in one of your businesses last year?
Yes, 290 grand. And the really cool thing is I didn't do any marketing after like February or March. I think February or March, I stopped doing any marketing because I ended up like starting another business. It was so cool because it was like this year of where at the start I was like, shit, what's going to happen? And then I just stopped working on the business. I stopped doing any marketing. And I had a record year, and it's still just growing.